Oh, come on, push. AJ, you want some toast? No, ma'am. Just a sandwich. You just want eggs in a sandwich? You want eggs in a sandwich, not eggs and toast. Right? Can I have what, baby? On your sandwich? Yeah. We're leaving at about 11 o'clock, baby. It's 9:30. You want to go ahead and get up? Huh? You're going to have to eat some applesauce or a yogurt or something with your egg sandwich. Or some fruit or something. Oh, shoot. Some what, baby? Oh, yeah. I don't care which applesauce. You don't want your bread toasted at all, though, right? You want 2 sandwiches? Hmm? I think I'm going to just do some toast and eggs and some honeydew melon or something. wanna be with you. Ooh, yeah. Yes, love. Boy, you ain't got up. You ain't gave me a hug. You ain't said good morning. You ain't said not a prayer. You ain't spoke to Jesus. You ain't prayed to God. You ain't did nothing. You ain't brushed your breath. You ain't washed your stinking face. You ain't did none of that. You trying to watch TV. You prayed? Oh, my bad. Well, your breath still stink and your face still dirty. Good morning, love. Good morning. How'd you sleep? I said, hey, I'm on. Nobody up there right now. Oh, Trucker Rail came on. Good morning, Trucker Rail. How are you? It's just Trucker Rail. How are you doing today, Rail?
Hello, Mr. Trucker Rail. You said I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing good. I
gotta go brush my teeth, okay?
Go brush your teeth, wash your face. I'm doing good, Rail. I was actually up early this morning. So if you have a minute to talk, I just want to ask you a few things. I want your opinion on some stuff. Okay, so let me cut this fan off. All right, so this morning, okay, first let me tell you, I live in a small town in North Carolina called Goldsboro. And my high school alma mater, Goldsboro High School, it's a predominantly black school. And I graduated in 2005. I'm 32 years old. And I can remember back then how things were when I was in school, you know, how the lack of resources with our books and everything. We couldn't even take books home when I was in school. And from what I hear, they still can't take books home now because there aren't enough resources for kids to even be able to take books home. They have to leave them at school because other kids need to use the same book, which is sad. It's very, very sad. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so we just got a new principal. Like, I think he's been here for like a year, maybe. And he decided that he wanted to change the narrative on a lot of stuff. You know, this high school has like they don't have like the best reputation. You know, it's a lot of good things that come from this school. Hello. But you know, it's never broadcasted. There's never any news reporters. When I graduated, our valedictorian had the highest GPA and the best grades in the whole entire county, but nobody broadcasted, nobody said anything, nobody heard about her. But if there was like an incident, like my homecoming, we didn't even have no homecoming because there was some shooting at the homecoming game my junior year. Therefore, the next year we were supposed to play the same football team, and they refused to come because there was a shooting at the school last year, which had nothing to do with the students. It was somebody outside, but either way, stuff like that gets broadcasted, and we hear about it all the time. So he's trying to change. This principal is coming in, and he wants to change the narrative on our students, on our children. And he wants to incite some dialogue and some conversation in regards to cultural differences in the schools and like the way teachers teach and everything, right? Which makes complete sense because cultural differences do exist. I don't know why people want to act like there ain't no cultural differences just because we are Americans. You don't tell a Mexican American that comes over here from Mexico and becomes a U.S. citizen. We don't tell them, well, we don't care nothing about your culture and the way y'all live back at your house. We don't bust up in there and toss out all the homemade tortillas and stuff like that. We don't get mad about them speaking another language. We don't get mad about the cultural differences and everything that go on in their household. But apparently, because we all live in America, we're supposed to all think and act the same way. Apparently, Americans are supposed to be monolithic. And see, the problem, I believe, is that people want us to act American and not African American, and that's a problem. Anyway, so this teacher decided to, this principal decided to, he presented these teachers with an assignment which placed emphasis on white privilege because he wants to incite conversation and dialogue in regards to how cultural differences affect the learning environment, how they affect the way students learn, how they affect the way students get along, social interaction, and all that stuff, right? Oh, but let me tell you something. These white people, oh, baby, they mad. They are so mad. And Trucker, I don't know if you white or black, but to me, we need to stop making everything about black and white. Everything, there's color involved, and colorism doesn't just mean black and white. Colorism can be, oh, because this black person is more fair skinned than me, aka light skinned, they get treated differently than the person who is dark skinned, who has a more dense complexion. You know, I don't understand why everybody always wants to make everything about color. Let's change the word from color to culture, and then maybe we can incite some change. Maybe we can incite some difference. Maybe we can have better understanding. It ain't about color, it's about culture. People get on my nerves with that nonsense. It's not about color. It's about culture. And see, these white people are mad because this one white woman, I don't know who she thinks she is. She act like she's some kind of white privilege ambassador or something. But let me tell you something. I said what I said and cut my notifications off because I do not engage, okay, in foolish and ignorant conversation. I'm not. Here, baby. I'm not finna argue with you. We can have a conversation all day long, but I'm not finna argue with you. Oh, what you want? Some? You said applesauce, right? Okay. Yeah, you want some applesauce.
The apple.
Apple. You want apple?
Apple.
Thank you. What you want to drink? Yeah, you still got your. We do need to put some apple juice in the fridge. You can take the rest of that. You can get some more. We do need to put some apple
I
juice.
just want some apple.
You just want your applesauce?
If I finish this and I get more things, then I'm gonna drink the rest of that.
Okay. And you got some pineapples in here too.
What?
Some pineapples.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so these people are mad because the assignment basically wants to address the differences in culture so that teachers can understand that all students are not the same. I don't know. I know my thing is all crooked. I ain't even got dressed. I don't really know and understand what the only culture I know and understand is mine. That's I'm gonna say that. That's the only one that I know, understand, comprehend. I get it. It is me. I am it. It's in me. I live it. I breathe it. I'm black. Culture is me. That's who I am. I know all about it. I can pop, lock, and drop it. You know, I know I'm bilingual. I know slang. I'm educated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only culture that I know. So I don't know if in other cultures, you know, I don't know how they really operate, but you know, based on what I see on TV and books and some of the racism I've experienced. You know, I had somebody tell my baby one time that their dog barked him because he didn't like black people. And you're gonna sit here and try to tell me that it don't exist, girl, bye. Get out of here. But she's trying to say, I'm gonna read you some of this stuff. Turn it down, some baby. Some of this fool. I turn my notifications off on this woman because I ain't got the time. I don't have it. I don't have it at all. I'm gonna die one day. I don't have time to be going back and forth with this woman. So, okay, so the post, it was a post made on Facebook on our newspaper page, right? And it basically last week it said that, okay, first a few weeks ago, the article was that the principal was under investigation for issuing the assignment in the first place. It's a white privilege assignment. Then the second post was last week, and it stated that the assignment was okayed and that he can go ahead on with the assignment. Well, as of today, it says they submit a statement in response to the article from last week that's titled, and it was titled "Schools Okay White Privilege Assignment." I don't know who is writing these papers, but they need to hire me, and they need to hire me quick, okay? But they okayed it. So then now today they're saying that they never okayed it. Like I guess it was I don't know, a rumor. The newspaper printed it. This is how you know people are ignorant. You can't be listening, folks. So everybody on this post, right? They going from how nobody answered the questions about whether or not it's okay. They're arguing about division and prejudice and racism. They're arguing about taking a stand. They're arguing about white privilege. They're arguing about the impression that people have on the Board of Education. They're arguing about the actual topic, statements. They're arguing about generalizations. They're arguing about a bunch of stuff. So I commented on here and I said, because I just get frustrated sometimes, child. And I can't argue with everybody. It says all of y'all are ignorant for arguing with one another. This isn't about your pride or your ego. This is supposed to be about the kids. So let's be honest. There's white privilege, but there's also affirmative action. People try to act like, oh, because you black, you got no Negro. I'm not, I don't get privileges because I'm black. Okay, that's called affirmative action, and they use us as tokens so that they can say that they are inclusive when it comes to my people. So let's not get it twisted, okay? I'm not arguing with any of y'all. The point is there are cultural differences and misunderstandings that cause barriers in communication. Also, there's racism and there's prejudice. Some of you people, and some people don't understand the difference in that. Racism is feeling like you're elevated in a certain aspect and that you are better than a whole entire other race. Okay. And then prejudice is me prejudging, me judging you based on, what I feel or what I think. Racism, oh yeah, you know, don't we're better than them, baby. Oh, that's so sad. Well, let's help one of them out every now and then, because we're in a better position than they are as a whole. Prejudice is me as a black person seeing a white person walk down the street with a trench coat on and a fedora and it's closed, and I'm like, oh, he about to go shoot somebody's school up. That's prejudice. That's what prejudice is. I'm not gonna look at that man and say, oh, I'm better than him because of my skin color. I'm so much better than him because I'm darker than he is. That's racism. Black people cannot be racist. I don't know nobody black that thinks they're better than white people. I don't know anybody. None. Now, I might feel like my behavior is a little more mature than yours is. I might feel like you're a little more unseasoned than I am. I might feel like you're a little less cultured than I am. But I'm never going to feel like I'm better than you because of my skin color. Period. Period. But I might say, well, you know what? It ain't black folks walking in school shooting them up. That's what I don't even know if this thing is flagged or taken down or what. I hope not by the words I'm using. But it's the truth. And it's frustrating. But so this woman, let me finish reading this. Hold on. Some of you people are way too intelligent to be up here engaging in foolish conversation and going back and forth about an opinion. We need to start having these conversations and difficult discussions. We need to start understanding. We need to start hearing each other's truths. Our babies are the future, and y'all are really up here going tit for tat, and you should be ashamed. Once we realize we are the idiots for making everything about black and white, those are colors. I'm blessed with the magic of melanin, but I'm more than just a black woman. I'm not what people say I am. I'm what God says I am. So the racism I experience, the racism my son has experienced, comes from a place of ignorance. Some people don't realize they aren't any better than you, and that's sad. Even if you don't think it, others do. Hence, privilege. You don't have to ask for a pass. Your fair skin gives you one. You don't get judged for your fair skin, you get praise. My melanin is powerful and people fear it. But white skin is seen as safety, legitimacy, and purity. It's not about who is right, it's about what is right. We can change the stigma and the narrative, but we have to be honest first. And honestly, we need to start at the root. There are cultural differences that affect the way teachers communicate with children. Cultural differences that affect the behavior of our children. Cultural differences that affect social interaction. Cultural differences within the learning environment. You cannot be a teacher with expectations of children. That's unfair. My one of his best friends, the white boy who goes to a predominantly black school and he gets bullied. Hold on. Even his teacher thinks it's partly because of cultural differences and misunderstandings. We are selfish, nasty, evil, opinionated, stubborn people. Nothing at all like children. No wonder no one fixed anything for me as a child. If we had adults arguing back and forth about their own feelings, supposed to be speaking up for us as children, I see exactly why we doing the same things. It hasn't changed because we haven't changed. We aren't doing anything but having the same argument. When do we have an actual conversation, people? When? When do we try to get to know each other better? When? We need to be better. We need to do better. All of y'all are getting on my nerves, and I said what I said. Bully! Yeah, they getting on my nerves. You know what, bully? It's a lot of stuff happening, but you know what I decided to do? I'm not about to keep being quiet about stuff that irritates me. If it frustrates me, I'm gonna say something about it, especially if it's something that matters. Because y'all already know I don't speak on a bunch of foolishness anyway. But no, so this woman, she commented a long comment that I ain't finna read to y'all because I ain't got time. But she again was talking about god dang on Her opinion. Her opinion. She started talking about Hitler, started bringing up the Nazis and everything. We are in America, talking about Americans, okay? Talking about today. That was wrong. And that's another historical event that changed the course of history. Yes, true. But we talking about what we talking about at hand. People kill me deflecting. I always want to deflect. No, we're going to focus on what's going on right here, right now. We're going to talk about the issue at hand right here, right now. We're not going to do a whole bunch of deflecting, baby, because if your concern was about Hitler and the Nazis and a swastika and everything else that had anything else to do with those ghettos and all that, you should say something about that on another platform where somebody else is discussing that. But right here, right now, today, in this moment, we're talking about this school assignment that this black principal gave these white teachers, and they are upset about it and they in their feelings. But she still wants to talk about her opinion. So I simply told her, I said, do you have something to say about the benefits of all our babies? Frankly, I don't care about your opinion at all. You can argue with everybody else, but I don't play that position. Sorry if that's what you expected. Not this time. If you would like to have a real conversation about the cultural differences between us, I'm open. If it'll help benefit our babies, I'm open. I can't single you out for blatant racism and disrespect. Please go do some research before you make opinionated posts about something that actually exists. Even cliches have a foundation of truth. But again, the babies. Save your opinion for someone else. So she commented again, y'all. Started talking uh about the cliches of, you mean like the cliche of every white person has white privilege and you can't deny it because that's your white privilege talking that allows you to deny it? That ain't a yeah. I didn't respond to that, but yeah, lady, that's exactly what I mean. It's good to know that we agree on something. Then she asked me, "What do you think about the people of color?" First of all, don't call me a person of color because you got color too. Just because you a little a more unseasoned than me, you got a color too. Okay, but she said, people of color that passionately say the myth of white privilege is not true. Not a single person has answered that question for me of any race. My response was, I don't think anything about what another person has to say. Maybe that's your problem. I think for myself, I don't care about their opinions either. There are racist black people too. I'm not ignorant to that. But I'm also not discussing race with you. And ain't that irritating, y'all? Ain't it irritating? Just like you people they want to label stuff, right? I don't know if people understand this or not, but when decisions are made, a bunch of people huddle around each other and they say, you know what, this is what's going on and we don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh well, let's give it a name, let's call it this. So we're calling different skin colors race, right? What's a race? Isn't a race a competition? First of all, why do we even call it race? You understand what I'm saying? Why do we call it that? And then in this race, you consider me to be a minority? Get out of here. You got me messed up. You got me messed up. Messed up. I'm getting frustrated because my baby gonna have to go through this. My baby gonna have to go through this. So I said, apparently you come from a place of opinion. I can't discuss your opinion, lady. Your opinion doesn't matter. Also, you are still talking in black and white. Let's talk humanity. I don't have to answer anything. Where does your authority over me come from? Privilege? No. And are you some sort of white privilege ambassador or something? Are you getting paid? I asked because you are the same person who was trolling the last post about this. I didn't even know that it's the same woman who tried to troll me last week, but she didn't get a chance to troll me because I cut my notifications off. Because when I say what I say what I said, and I'm done. I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. But if you want to have a conversation, we can have one. For you to say, hold on. For you to say white privilege doesn't exist in people is sad. You are blind, and that's okay. I can't fault you for that. But you know something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so passionate about the white privilege you say you don't even have. Why are you commenting if you don't have it? You speaking up for your people or what? I thought it didn't exist. What, you defending air? Listen, I refuse to argue with you. And this isn't a conversation. I don't want to hear your opinion about the future of my baby. And if you have children, this conversation should be about them. No one has to prove anything to you. Y'all don't own us. Please stop trolling people with your unseasoned opinion. It's not my fault. Your ancestors lied to both of us about equality. My son deserves better. And if you have children, so do they. Ignorance doesn't help our future. Now I'm turning my notifications off on you again. Be blessed. And if you happen to run into me today, please speak. I'm the little black woman with the bright red locks. And for your information, everyone has a color. You can be white on the outside and dark on the inside. Be blessed. And I don't even know what she said after that because, like I said, your girl turned off her notifications. You know, that's how I deal with my anxiety. That's how I learned how to get over being passive aggressive. Say what you got to say and keep it moving. It's a lady. I ain't even never met the woman in person. I was telling Truck Rail that we have it's a new principal at our high school in our town, and who just got hired last year. And it's a predominantly black high school. And it's been some issues over the years in regards to like racism and equality and things like that. And he issued an assignment about white privilege so that each teacher, it ain't just for white teachers, it's for everybody, so that people can have a better grasp and a better understanding of cultural difference. The thing that irritates me though is the fact that everybody keeps saying race, 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 or you know how they say not just race, but it's another word I can't think of it right now. But if they stop saying like colorism and race and all that and start calling it culture, it's cultural difference. It's cultural difference. It doesn't have anything to do with color. It's your culture. If a white boy is raised in a black house, his culture is gonna be different than the people that's raised in the White House. It's they get up. People, let me see. Listen, I'm frustrated. You understand? I'm frustrated with humanity. I'm so frustrated with humanity. It's ridiculous, man. It gets on my nerves. People really want to act like colorism is only in black and white. It's not. It's not, my dude. It's not. There's colorism even in the black community. Oh, you better because you light. Oh, you not better because you not because you dark. Oh, you soft because you light skin. You need to be hard because you dark skin. Why is that? Why is that? Right? You know why? Because the same vision that some white people have about black being intimidating. Black ain't intimidating, baby. Black is powerful. Get it right. Okay? It ain't intimidating. If you get intimidated by power, that don't do nothing but showcase your weakness. That's all that is, baby. There is nothing about me that should be intimidating to you. You know what I mean? You try to sit there and say that black people are stupid. Black people are uneducated. Black people don't work. Black people are violent. Black people this. I got 2 degrees, okay? I got 2 degrees, and you already know. You already know that your girl can talk circles around anybody. So don't ever get it twisted. What I told that woman, I don't know what you expected from me, the little black woman on this post that's talking to you that graduated from the same high school that y'all try to shun every day. Our valedictorian had the highest GPA in anybody in Wayne County, but they didn't broadcast that. No, they want to broadcast when I was a junior and somebody came and shot up the homecoming game. Now, I mean, yeah, let's be honest, that should be broadcasted. I understand that, but but don't sit there and try to popularize all the negativity of a person that's has a little bit more melanin in their skin than you do, but you don't want to showcase the good attributes of girl bye. Melanin is magic. Melanin is like a secret ingredient. Melanin is a special seasoning. You understand what I'm saying? Oh wait, I don't want this. I don't want. I put mayonnaise on mine. That's not what I want. I got hot sauce in my bag. Eat these eggs and toast. Let me read these comments. That sound like justice. I get upset hearing that. When you meet this lady, if I met them, we have a long name. The color comes with each and every color. White people fear for their life because black people is making the changes for other communities. You know, white people don't just fear for they don't fear for their lives. They fear for their existence. You understand? They fear for their existence. Why do you think so many white people don't like interracial dating? They fear for their existence, period. You know, some people feel like it means superiority, and they feel like they're supposed to be in control of America, and that's a lie. That's a lie, baby. Don't they know they used to be black? Everybody used to be black. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. I'm sorry. I don't even know why you wouldn't want melanin in your skin. Melanin is a protectant. Melanin is a covering. Melanin saves your skin from the sun. Melanin is awesome. But this ain't even about melanin. That's what makes me so mad. That's what pisses me off. Is that people don't really understand this ain't about us. It's about the kids. We supposed to be making these changes for the kids to have a better future. And all we doing, yeah, dang. I don't want that many eggs anyway. And all we doing is making matters worse. They think they're going to die. They are a problem. I mean, but it's not even a they. It's just like you just don't want your shade. You don't want your shade gone. Is that what you want? Is that what you're saying? You don't want. Oh, you want a sandwich, baby? Or you just want egg? Okay. What is it that you don't want your shade? The shade to go away? The shade of your skin color? Is that what you're saying? Because, bruh, like, do you really think everybody gonna stay the same forever? We ain't always been the same. What make people think we gonna stay the same? Man, that's why I tell you. That's why I had to turn off my notifications on her, bully, because she ignorant. That's ignorant, and you already know how I feel about ignorance. I can't argue with ignorance. I can't. I shut down. I shut down. Because if you can't even try to even see where I'm coming from, bro, like get out of here. I know that it's not every white person. I know that. Now tell me what you know. Tell me your truth. I know it's not every white person. I know it's not all white people aren't the problem. I know we got some Caucasian unseasoned allies. I know that. I'm not slow. There ain't nothing slow about me. I know all this. But tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me that you can admit to the fact that you have white privilege, but you don't want to admit it though, because if you admit it, then you got to determine what you're going to do with it now. Okay, so now I know I got this power. Now what do I do with this, right? Do I use it to continue to get out of situations? You know, do I acknowledge the fact that maybe I didn't get a ticket that day because I'm a little more fair skinned? Or do I pretend like it didn't happen? It only happened because I'm a good person. Get out of here. Get out of here. This third generation is something serious. Yes, bully. But we know what we got to do something about it. We got to do something about it. We can't keep letting it stay like that. We got to change it. We got to change it for real. I just refuse for my baby to have to grow up in a world that's this damaged. This damage like this, man. It's really crazy. I would never hurt my baby. But I'm gonna tell you something. Them ladies, them, it always and it normally be a Caucasian person. But you know, I know black people do stuff too. But they go out, they hurt themselves and take their kids with them. Yeah, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you mentally. But I'm pretty sure mentally they feel like I've heard a lady say that she don't want her kids growing up in this kind of world. You can't blame her. I wouldn't hurt my children. I would never hurt my baby. And I dang sure ain't gonna hurt myself. But man, eggs. It must be good to you, AJ. Those eggs must have been good to you. Anyway, how you doing today? What I named this live? I don't know what I named it. CNN and Fox News. What you eating for breakfast? You want some toast? It's wheat. And you can have some eggs and some cheese. Num num num. You can have some honeydew melon. Num num num. So num num num. felt so good. I ain't trying to feed you, but since you right here right now and I made a plate, I ain't rude. You got them. I don't feed men. The only person that's a part of the male species that I feed is 8 years old. That's it. I don't feed grown men. You get my husband? No. I know. But it's real. I ain't lying to you. AJ, you know we gotta go soon. I gotta go to work. It's 10:02. We leaving about 11. You know she always late, so probably 11:30. I should say 10, so she'll be here at 11. But no, bully, they that black principal, he put out an assignment for teachers to get a better understanding of cultural differences, and the fact that it says white privilege, I think that's the thing that's ticking everybody off. If it would have been just a cultural difference assignment, then okay, cool, but oh snap. Oh snap. She said, Alana Moore, I agree. How refreshing it is for someone to talk about people and not color. Color is irrelevant. You're a lie. No, well, I guess culture. Color might be, but culture ain't. Yeah, girl, you must have bought the narrative because you got me all sorts of twisted. You got me all sorts of twisted. I'm sorry you feel that way. I speak passionate about this because this subject, and I realize that people of color don't want white people to defeat the narrative like this. I ain't finna read this long message.
Trucker Rail in here still? If you're in here, Mr. Trucker Rail, can you say yes? Can you write yes in the chat?
Tell AJ you don't have to call me Mr. Bully. Tell him to just call me Bully.
Okay. Mr. Trucker Rail, if you're in here, can you please write yes in the chat?
See, that's why I turn my notifications off. I ain't supposed to even be up here. AJ, you can check and see. You already went over there and looked, didn't you? Yeah, and it said he was. But it says he's here, but it don't say fear Bully. I'll be right back. Bully, I'm about to go because I gotta go get dressed. I gotta get dressed. I gotta go do some work. I can't deal with these folks here. They about to drive me crazy. All right, I'll talk to you later, okay?